I'm coming in loud and clear. Might hear me on the radio. Breaker, breaker, 19. Anybody got their ears on?
Hey guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Farms. Hey, before I get started on tonight's video, check it out. I've got a second channel, Farpoint Farms Restorations and Repairs, and I've got a brand new website, farpointfarms.com, that has some great forums. I hope you all will head on over to both those. Check them out. If you like it, stick around, subscribe, and maybe even consider being a sponsor for the channels and the podcast that I do every week here on the internet. Anyway, on to tonight's video. I've got this, the Retekess TR629. We're going to unbox it. We're going to hook it up. It's a shortwave radio, and I can't wait to play with it. Retekess has sent me a lot of cool stuff over the years. FM transmitters, shortwave radios, you name it. They're into a lot of cool stuff, and there's not a lot of companies that are producing affordable shortwave radios, so it's really cool that they're not only sending them out my way, but that they're making them at all in the first place. Let's go ahead. I'm going to move the camera in, and we'll figure out what lies in here and if it's a good purchase for you. All right, here it is, and I'm excited to play with it. As always, any kind of radios I love playing with. It is the TR629 digital signal processing, but it's midwave, FM, and shortwave. Midwave is the AM terrestrial band here in the United States and in a lot of places. So we got a nice manual here, and holy smokes, yeah, a lot of stuff there. And it looks like 9 pages in English. I'll of course have to read through that, but we do have the ability to do TF card, USB card playback. Of course, it is a radio. But we can record straight from the radio to a USB. That, my friends, is pretty awesome. There's a show that I like to listen to on WRMI and WBCQ. It plays on both those at various times. Sometimes I fall asleep and don't catch the end of it. And so this is a way for me to record that and listen to it at a later date. And that is a cool feature. And here it is. And that's a nice looking radio right there, I got to tell you. So it does have a carry handle up on top. It's pretty stout, it's pretty heavy. As you can see, USB in, we have an earphone out, which is nice so you don't bother the people you're with. A little SD mini card there. And then our tuning knob, it's like a click. A little hard for you to see that in the video, but that's a click style. And then it looks like this must be our volume. And then USB playback or radio playback. So you could use it as a music player, like use the speaker if you wanted to with just playback USB files, or whatever you record, you can play back there as well. Band select, FM, shortwave, and midwave. And then up on the top we have our power. Looks like these control the USB. But we also have a clock and an alarm and a record button up on top there, so that's really cool. And then this is a digital display model. And I believe you can direct enter frequencies here as well as setting your clock. That's kind of a feature that I was looking for in radio, and this one has it. On the side here, and it does come with it, our power plug. On the back, right, we do have the ability to add batteries to this. I think it's C batteries. No, it's D batteries. So 3 D batteries will get this thing going in an emergency, which is a really cool thing to have. Nice. Okay. Well, I don't have any D batteries nearby, but I do have an outlet. And of course up on top here, I guess the antenna as well. And it's about a 2.5 foot antenna. Let's go ahead, let's hook it up. It is kind of early in the morning for shortwave here at the house, but we'll see what we can pick up. Some of the higher bands do tend to get signals this early, so we'll play with it. Give me a second. All right, well here we go. Press and hold this button, we can set our clock, I think. There we go. All right, here it is. We've set the clock, and we're going to go through the FM band. Just remember, I can't really do a whole lot on the FM because of copyright issues, but let's fire it up. Oh yeah.
Symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects.
Speaker is just about where you'd want it. Not too much bass, not too much treble.
Creon is the #1 prescribed DPI.
Cool.
Ask your doctor about.
Right, so sensitivity is about normal on FM, I would say. Those are the 2 big channels we get here. Let's move it over to the AM band. Over here. We're going to move it over to AM now. And, you know, here where I'm at, AM, terrestrial AM is not great. Midwave band is not great. Sometimes we get a signal or two from it's about an hour and 40 minutes away, but we'll pick up a station or two. But it's not easy to do so. Now at nighttime, when the clear channels are active, well, yeah, I can hear a whole bunch of stuff. But we'll go ahead and turn the volume up, and we'll see what we can find. So if you turn the knob very slowly, you get incremental. And if you turn quicker, you get 10 kilohertz. Now, just not a lot of signal on AM, but I'm not going to condemn the radio for that. It's very few radios that I've reviewed, very few radios that I play with that are good, strong radios for picking up signals here on the mountain. Now, shortwave, yeah, we get a lot of stuff, especially in the evenings, but we'll see. We'll see. So let's move on over to shortwave. Again, we're just using the stock antenna here, not a long wire, and we are inside of a metal building, so that could be a bit of a problem. Let's see about direct entry. Yeah, so you can direct enter. Let me turn the volume up a little bit. It's a faint signal, but it's in there. So there's, first thing I'm going to notice about this so far, and again, you know, just an indoor antenna, it's picking up some of the stronger signals out there, and these are just US stations I was looking for right now. But what I am noticing is that it picks it up pretty well. You've got to give it a second. It's like it's a little bit sluggish on telling you what's on that channel. If you know what you're looking for, no problem. If you were going to scan through the band, I feel like that might, I mean, it gets there, but you see like there's just a little teeny bit of a delay. But nothing that would be, you know, oh no, this is terrible kind of stuff. Just a little bit of a delay, something you should be aware of. What I really like, I like to be able to enter in the stuff. The fact that I can do that with this really speeds up the process, so you're not rolling through, you know, hundreds and hundreds of bands trying to get to, not hundreds of bands, but hundreds of frequencies trying to get to where you want it to be. That's a cool thing. Another thing I really like about it, which some radios, some of your real low-end shortwave radios don't cover anything below like 8. They go to 8 to 20 or 8 to 18 sometimes. This one goes all the way from 2 all the way up to 19. So while not a general coverage receiver, that's a pretty much 90 to 95% of what's out there at any given time. So I really like that. All right, next, give me a second. I am going to hook up a USB on the side, and we're going to see what that sounds like, okay? All right, I've got a very small USB stick, and I'm going to plug that in. I'll go ahead and turn it on. Let's switch it over to it. I don't know if this has music. Okay, it is flashing. Let's see if it, oh, it does. Okay, I'm going to stop on that because I don't want to catch any copyright violations. So what I want to do now is go back over to radio. All right, now I want to try to record, so I'm going to press and hold. And I see the light flashing. It's recording. Okay, so we'll record for 10 seconds. Okay. Now let's go back over there and see how it sounds. There it is. That is awesome. That is great. That is what I was hoping for, to be able to record stations at night when the signals are nice and clear. And there's a particular show that I won't mention that I like to listen to in the evenings on, it plays on 2 or 3 stations. I know it plays on at least 2, but I pick, what is it, 9580 or 9850, I can't remember. But it plays really nice and clear on that in the evenings, and I like to listen to that, but sometimes I fall asleep and I miss the end of it, and it's kind of a cool show. So Now, I can just plug that in and let it record and listen to it in the morning. That is awesome. Now look, there's other stuff this can do. We have an alarm. We have a lot of neat stuff here. It looks like we can also add in presets, I think is what it looks like to me, but I'm not positive on that one. So there's just a lot to offer. Is this, an ICOM 7300? No. Is it, the latest, greatest waveform-based SDR, super awesome radio? No, and it's not meant to be. This is a basic shortwave radio. It doesn't have sideband, but it will get you into a lot of the ham bands on your regular AM frequencies, so AM modulation, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it, and I'm definitely keeping it. It's the TR629 from Retekess. I'll leave a link to where you can get one of these yourself. And of course, thanks to Retekess for working with me. Take care.